Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's sustainability panel number 2. I will have a pleasure to moderate this discussion. Sustainability is not any longer a niche concern. It's central to how companies grow, compete, and take responsibility for future generations. Today, we will hear perspective of two different industries. Cocoa with its complicated and global supply chain, and the wet wipes and cellulose fiber. Both industries are tied with forestry and raw material sourcing. I'm joined by Iwona Łagodzińska, CEO of well-known chocolate producer Terravita company, and Erez Boniel, CEO of wet wipes producer Ecowipes company. Together, we will deliberate today how do they balance the growth with sustainability challenges, and how do they prepare themselves for the future regulations. So Iwona, I will start from you. How do you balance the economic growth of Terravita company with sustainability challenges?
For us, growth and sustainability aren't contradictory. They are intertwined. Consumers are more aware of the origin of the chocolate and want to be sure it's sourced responsibly. At Terravita, we are committed to growing only in the ways that strengthen our sustainability program, such RSPO, fair trade, and Resilience Islands, but investing in farmer training and ensuring fair incomes.
So I like this approach. You see sustainability more as an opportunity than an obstacle.
Yeah.
Erez, how that balance look like for you in Ecowipes company?
So at Ecowipes, we don't see the sustainability as a trade-off to economic growth. To the contrary, the economic growth is, in fact, supported by sustainability. It's a growth engine if we comply with sustainability. We invest heavily in R&D to improve the product, to make it affordable, to make it with high performance, but above all, to make it 100% biodegradable. That keeps the sustainability, keeps the environment. We don't like to use plastic at all. Our products are plastic-free, and we are very proud of that. It meets the consumer demand, and it drives the revenue. Another very important tool that we have is the 3R rule. What does it mean? 3R principle, we reduce the use of raw material, packaging, logistics, water that are used in the wet wipe production. We reuse manufacturing, the manufacturing waste, and at the same time recycle fibers like the cotton, the pulp, and recycling of water. In short, eco-innovation for us is a key in our operational efficiency. It complements the sustainability.
So you said eco-innovation and operational efficiency. I always thought in the past those two are contradiction, but seems you prove in Ecowipes is not.
Complementary.
So let's move to deforestation. Would you say that timber and cocoa are relevant drivers of deforestation in the countries you are sourcing from? Iwona?
Yes, cocoa is a factor driving deforestation, especially in West Africa. The problem is that farmers often expand into forests when yields and existing land are too low. Our role as an industry is to support sustainable agricultural practice so that farmers can increase productivity without cutting down more trees. In my opinion, the main factor driving deforestation is the low price at which farmers sell cocoa beans. Currently, it's about 5% of the cocoa price on the stock market. The contribution to the next need to expand cocoa cultivation, which translates into deforestation.
So if I understand well, the key is to help farmers to grow without growing their footprint.
Yes.
So Erez, how it is about timber-based products?
Well, our approach is a bit different. It's instead of helping the farmer, we would like to help the forest. And what does it mean? Use less wood and get more value for the same wood that is used. And how do we do that? First of all, through circular efficiency. As I mentioned before, we recycled various fibers. We use cotton, which is renewable fiber. The second thing is the resource optimization. We combine the fibers, again, to make it biodegradable, and through waste to fiber innovation, both we improve the product and we help the forest, less deforestation, as we all want.
So let's move to EUDR directive. We heard today in the presentation that most probably will be delayed another 6 months, but anyhow, I want to ask you, in your companies, how do you prepare yourself in order to be EUDR compliant? What are the best practices you are implementing into your supply chain in order to be ready for the directive?
Okay. EUDR is breakthrough in the cocoa industry. As a chocolate manufacturer, we collaborate with European suppliers, which allows us to fully control our raw materials traceability. From December 2025, after the EUDR system into effect, we'll be able to fully identify the origin of raw materials through DDS number.
That's an important perspective. So compliance and inclusion going hand in hand. Erez, and in the case of the Ecowipes?
Yes, the EUDR is a challenge, and after today's presentation, I think it's a greater challenge. But we have to remember that we as Ecowipe, we are not the first in line. However, we are definitely committed to comply with it. We are preparing ourselves to monitor the implementation of EUDR by our suppliers. We enhance traceability, geolocation. We require certificates, like we mentioned before, FSC and PFSC. At the same time, beyond the compliance, we use the innovative fibers like treacle, and this is made of recycled waste. Thereby, we reduce our reliance on wood. Of course, it should go hand by hand with traceability, as I mentioned earlier.
So clearly, this regulation, even not being yet implemented, is pushing companies to innovate and cooperate with the other stakeholders even closer than ever.
Right. So definitely,
yes.
It's a game changer.
Will be.
Will be.
Is climate change, Iwona, making it more difficult to grow crops and run your businesses?
Absolutely. Cocoa is very sensitive to climate. Rainfall and high temperature are already reducing yields in some regions. Our strategy involves contracting raw materials, cocoa mass and cacao butter. The strategy allows us to fulfill our contracts with our customers.
So cocoa is really on the front line of the climate change.
Yes.
We hear a lot about this in the mass media. Erez, what about you?
So definitely the supply chain volatility is affected by climate change. Droughts, floods impact the pulp production, impact the cotton, that are the two basic raw materials that we use except water. Our response to that is diversify the sources, simply buy from different suppliers in different locations, thereby mitigate this risk as much as possible and increase resilience. I think that resilience is the new sustainability.
What role does innovation play in order to help your businesses to grow and at the same time not to grow the environmental impact?
Terravita collaborates with European suppliers responsibly for mapping and satellite monitoring of cacao plantation. Companies collaborating with us must provide approved location data about implementation of the DDR.
That's fascinating to hear. So that means that technology is helping the nature. The same is happening in Ecowipes, Erez?
Yes, technology is a core pillar in our strategy. You know, these small wet wipes that everyone uses that looks very small, non-woven fabric, is full of R&D, full of technology for recycling, for welding the different type of fibers. Technology is also core in water recycling. The subject today is forest, but water is also a very important resource that we take care of. So innovation is not just about efficiency, it's really how we care for the environment.
So what I just heard means that both of you are using technology not just for efficiency, but for genuine environmental improvement.
Correct.
About customers now. What is the pressure which is coming from customers? Do they really expect sustainable products? Do customers in Poland expect sustainable chocolate?
Customers are becoming increasingly aware, especially young generation. For us, this means not only producing sustainable chocolate, but also transparent communication, showing them where the cocoa comes from and positive impact the purchase has.
So means transparency really build trust in customers' mind.
Yes.
Erez, and in Ecowipes? Any expectation from customers towards wet wipes?
Yes, I will refer to this question a bit differently. I personally believe in leading by example. So it's not about only what the customer wants and the pressure, but it's also what we bring to the society. It's about our role in the world. We hope that the consumer will demand plastic-free products from everyone, and we hope that the consumer will push for sustainable product. Nowadays, sustainability, the way I see it, is a necessity, is a must. It's not something that we have to wait for pressure.
Exactly. So the customer is now a true catalyst of sustainable growth of the companies.
Yes, yes.
The next question about waste reduction. How do you incorporate the circular economy principles into your business models, starting from chocolate production?
When it's come to chocolate, packaging is priority. We are switching to recyclable and bio packaging.
So packaging is definitely one of the big battles. We have exactly the same thing in Jerónimo Martins. We are changing a lot of packagings in Biedronka, for instance,
Right.
to have less impact and to be more environmental friendly. So all of us in all supply chain, we are doing the same things. And what about you, Erez?
The same. The packaging is a very important part of the production. We try to minimize it. We try to use recycled material. We embrace the circularity, not just by packaging. First of all, I mentioned a number of times the recycled fibers. I will not elaborate on that, but this is something important. The second thing is to recycle waste. As part of the production, always there is a waste. The waste costs a lot of money. If we throw it to the garbage, not only we use money, we contaminate the environment. If we recycle it, we help the environment. We also designed wet wipes that are naturally disintegrate in the process of wasting them. We invest in water recycling all the time because water is an important resource in scarcity. So altogether, it's about building a system where hopefully nothing will go to waste.
Looking ahead, 5-10 years, what for you both sustainability success look like in your companies?
For Terravita success mean 100% traceable cacao supply chain, zero deforestation, and ensuring a living wage for farmers. We want to be known not only for the quality of our chocolate, but also for chocolate that protects forests and communities.
That's an inspiring vision. So chocolate of Terravita will do good for the society. And Erez, what about the wet wipes?
So we would like to be the benchmark for biodegradable product. We are a leader, if I may say so. We are a leader in this area, but we would like to continue to lead it and to be the benchmark for the industry of wet and dry wipes. What does it mean? First of all, 100% verified deforestation-free fibers that we use. Net zero manufacturing waste, as discussed before. Reduce water, and another topic that is not part of today, but it's important, reduce energy intensity. Because forests are being cut also to produce coal and to produce energy. Reduce energy intensity, reduce carbon footprint. Fully circular product portfolio, this is my vision, if I have to say in one sentence. So to deliver to the customer the convenience without the fear of harming the sustainability.
So two powerful visions coming from industry, protecting forests, protecting ecosystems, and most important, make customer happy. Last question to you. If you have a possibility to ask or to give the message to the policymakers and decision makers, what it would be this message and why?
My message is regulation must go hand in hand with support for farmers. Without investment in capacity building, training and financial assistance, small farmers will be left behind. The solution is simple. Ghana and Ivory Coast, which account for approximately 70% of the world's harvest, should invest in our grain processing and sell cacao butter, cacao liquid off stock market. They would then receive 80% of the currently world price, not 5%.
So strong call for fairness from Terravita company. And what would be your message, Erez?
So 3 types of messages which can be combined into one. The first one is reduce or completely ban the use of plastic. The second one is in terms of the sustainability, the blind sourcing. The era of such blind sourcing is over. Traceability, geolocation definitely should be regulated not just by voluntary, can be supported by voluntary actions, but can be as part of the regulation. Verifiable transparency is a must. It's a non-negotiable price to access the market. And I would like to see the legislator working on that. And finally, I would say it's fundamental to manage the world in the utmost sustainable manner. So any law that will be in that direction is welcome. We would like, at Ecowipes, we would like to be the leader of that. And we believe that altogether it will contribute to the growth and success of the company.
So thank you, Erez. In fact, it was my last question. So over the past minutes, we've seen that while cocoa and timber are two completely different industries, in fact, both of them, they face the same challenges, like climate change, deforestation, pressure coming from customers. So I would like to say thank you to Iwona and to Erez for the insightful and inspiring discussion. Thank you very much to both.
Thank you.
The future of sustainability depends on leaders like you and on the close collaboration across all value and supply chain, where Jerónimo Martins and Biedronka is part of. So thank you very much. Thank you to audience for joining us today.
Thank you.